Hello everybody, once again welcome back, and I think I owe you an apology, because in my last video I claimed that the only radiator that you really need is the large radiator panel based on my experiments, but it appears to be my experiments were flawed, because I put the radiators on one craft instead of using the radiators on separate craft each. So I thought, well, let's try those experiments again. And first off I thought, well, here it's the same result. You see, on the left side the craft with only the large radiator panel has a lower temperature than the craft on the right in its nerve engines, or NERVA, or LVN, or nuke, or whatever you want to call them. Problem is, when those engines get hotter, and I mean a lot hotter, we're talking about something like 800 degrees or 800 temperature units, I'm not sure what the measurement in Kerbal Space Program is. I'm probably, well, I think it's Kelvin, so that's probably 600 or 700 degrees Kelvin. Still, we're in a zone where the large radiator panel is superior to the extendo panel. But once we get across around 800, then you will see that the right craft with the extended panels is getting cooler, or is not getting as hot as the craft on the left side, which only has the normal attached radiator panels. Reason being, as some friendly guys in the forums explained to me, that the extendo panels take the heat from the entire craft and the attached ones just from the ones that they are attached to. So I thought maybe this can solve my problem I have with the cubic octagonal struts. If you remember, I said in my last video that those are basically the best insulators in the world. And, well, if the extendo panels are grabbing heat from around the craft, no matter where they are attached to, then they should be able to compensate for the problem that cubic octagonal struts pose to spacecraft design. So on the left side we have craft with extendo panels, and on the right side we have a normal a radiator attached, well, not just one, it's 8 radiators attached to the fuel tank. And once again, first off, it appears to be that the right craft is cooler, but the longer we wait, the longer we watch this unfold, the hotter it will get, and the warning indicators that it is starting to overheat will appear, as you can see here right now. And on the left side, the longer the video runs, you see that, there you go, you see that the radiators are getting hotter and hotter as they are trying to compensate for the heat generation of the nuclear engines. And of course I'm trying to keep those vehicles on course, because I don't want to crash them and I don't want to veer off somewhere into space. And here we go. Big red tank, bright yellow radiators, and here we are already closing in on dangerous territory, and the radiators are not even getting hot, because cubic octagonal struts are the best insulator in the world. Yeah, once more watching this unfold, trying to catch up. Unfortunately, there was not much of an explosion or something going on, so yeah. Remember when my cubic octagonal struts exploded? Well, looks like you could use them as a countdown timer. Well, if you go to 11, that is. Those struts go to 11, and then they explode. Yeah. Still, interestingly, when you put other radiator panels to the struts, they won't explode. So this is a very curious bug that I probably have stumbled across. And so I tried to put all different types of radiators to cubic octagonal struts, and once again it's only the large radiator panel that causes problems in combination with the cubic octagonal struts. And now there is a very interesting solution to this, or very strange solution. If you extend the radiator panels, then the heat from the cubic octagonal strut will magically disappear. So maybe those big extendable radiators also function as some kind of anti-cracking device. But that was not the end of my experimentation, because somebody in the YouTube comments gave me an idea, and that was using maybe a heat shield to dissipate the heat generated by the nuclear engine. So I decided to slap one between the tank and the engine, and then of course you have to add a fuel line, otherwise it wouldn't work. And then off we go into space. And of course you can see some slow ablator getting used up by the heat, so the heat shield is diminishing. I'm skipping forward to almost the end of it, and here we go. Or maybe not, it's getting slower and slower and slower. Well, interesting thing is, even though it gets down to 0, it does not explode yet, because for some reason the heat shield is built in such a way that even if the ablator is gone, it still has some capacity of heat management, so to speak. So the nuke engine can still heat it up until it, well, explodes sometime in the future. But since I'm already doing 20-minute burns with this, I wouldn't bother. Still, the ablator is probably not a very viable solution for dissipating heat from a nuclear engine, so you should stick to the radiators. And as this experiment has proven, the extendable radiator panels, especially the really huge ones, are really quite good when you know how to use them. Very sorry once again to have misled you in the original video, but I hope I have at least provided some form of entertainment to you. So once more, thanks a lot for watching. Goodbye.